Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of May. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it does not, check your other placements. Your messages could be there, but if not, then simply check back with me in the following week when I put out new messages for your sign. Let us begin. Okay, so what I feel here is there was an ending, okay? Wherein, now, I understand these energies can go vice versa, okay? But there was an ending where you felt pushed out. And if it wasn't you, then this was them, okay? Somebody felt pushed out, okay? Somebody may have felt like a victim. Actually, from what I'm picking up, both of you may have felt like a victim. You know, one gets hurt and decides, you know, maybe to strike back at the other, and both end up feeling like a victim. It's kind of like somebody may have done such a thing. They were feeling wounded. Okay. Something was unfair, or something feels unfair, or somebody you feel was not playing fair with you. You're going deep here on both of these cards. The Five of Cups and the Moon tells me you're going deep into your emotions. Maybe even, and if this is not you, this is them. This is somebody who went deep into their emotions and maybe let their emotions get the better of them. Things that went deep or ran deep, feeling deceived maybe. Loss, feeling disappointment, regret. Regret over what has happened. Somebody is burdened by a decision. This could have been what started this. They were burdened by a decision, whether they could restore order in with regards to a situation, or whether someone was being nice, you know, just to get something. That they were not being sincere. That there was sleight of hand having to do with this window of opportunity, this Ace of Shields. This, maybe there was, they felt that it was a sudden interest that would kind of, you know, fade out. Somebody feels pushed out and wants to go back, and they're like they're looking at it. They're actually one of you is looking back at the Five of Wisdom. Now this is having been shut out by the other, and they're looking back at it, and they're unable to move on from it. I feel like there's something they need clarification on. Something is still transforming here, okay? It's like it feels like it's the end, but it's not. Because this ending of this death here, it hasn't yet arrived. I mean, it's possible it may not arrive at all. It just feels like it. It feels like, with regards to the Ace of Wands, it's repeating here. It feels like somebody stabbed me. You know, it's like somebody betrayed me. having to do with the ignition of this flame, of lighting the candle, and it hurts. Was there deception here? This is something that burdens this person. Was there sleight of hand? They're looking back at the connection. They're trying to heal. They're looking back at what happened at the situation in order to gain an understanding of what actually took place and why it took place. And they need this understanding and this information so that they can move forward. There's a calling. Somebody feels called, very, very called to go deep. Having to do with why somebody suddenly got afraid to take a leap, or why somebody suddenly got afraid and didn't take that window of opportunity that was offered. Why somebody just suddenly went cold. There's no understanding. Somebody is seeking the understanding in all of this that I'm seeing. There wasn't an offer perhaps for some to come in from the cold. But then somebody suddenly got cold feet perhaps and backed off. But it's like the reason this is happening is because they're wounded. They may feel something's not fair. And maybe they decided in parting, to, deliver that pound of flesh, like an eye for an eye. And thus, it takes me back to that initial feeling I had of two people feeling betrayed. Because here they are. Don't look any further. This is where they are. Trying to heal from the Three of Swords. Still desiring the cup. Perhaps even trying to decide whether they want to fight for this. It just feels scattered, like scattered, chaotic energy. To take that leap of faith. Somebody's rethinking this. Somebody is most definitely rethinking their actions, what they did, and that Fool is coming around again. And here we have somebody looking back at a loss. This is one person. This is one. And they just feel intuitively that things were not as they appeared. They weren't. They weren't. That your intuition, bang, right on the money. Things were not as they appeared. Okay? This is how things really were. Like this. And this wounded warrior here who wanted to strike back with, an eye for an eye. So, for some reason, they were hurting because of past issues you guys had. Possibly. Or something that they believed to be true. Possibly. At any rate, They are rethinking this. They're rethinking what they've done. This person feels very deeply for you. That I can tell you. You are going to get news out of the past. It's at the bottom of the deck. Somebody is coming in to clear things up. And here we have it again. Here's the news coming. And here is the coin. So an offer to build something of value this time around. A recognition of the connection. A desire to get something off their chest. They want to tell you something to clear the air. It could have to do with the past, you know. Something that happened in the past that fired them up, that made them react the way they did to something you might have said or done, that caused all of this. They let their emotions get the better of them, and this is the consequence. So, expect news from this person. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation to the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.